So we've been doing some submissions here the last week or so. Everything was off the back last week, so from guard. Today we're going to be inside control. So we've pinned him. Okay. I have that armpit. Right. I'm underneath his elbow. Okay. I got my knee on his, next to his hip, my elbow on his hip. He can have this in here. That's fine. Where he's got his hand, I'll deal with that too. So I'm going to show you a couple different angles. Let's see, we turn this first. Okay, so he's framing off my hip like he's supposed to be. All right, so I'm in tight. I'm under his elbow. I always want this underhook position if I can. Okay, even if I'm not way up here, I don't necessarily have to be up here, but I don't want him getting an underhook. I don't want to give him that opportunity to get that. All right, I keep my elbow to his hip, hand underneath here, tight. Okay, his elbow's on my hips, where it's supposed to be, right? One of the places it should be. Okay, I'm gonna bring my left knee on the inside. Open it, okay? That's one option, okay? Next thing, I'm gonna step it over his bicep. So if he's framing in over the top. So I'm pinning it with my shin. All right, from here, right hand. Anytime I'm gonna transfer over his head, I always wanna block his hip first, okay? Block his hip. So just put it under his hip or his butt, put my hand on the mat, left hand over the top. Right foot is gonna cross over my left so I can keep his forearm trapped. Here, switch, okay? Now, turn this way. I'm kind of at a 45-degree angle to him now. He started with his hand in the right position, okay? Now it's not necessarily the best position. I'm under his elbow, and I can start to work his arm up. Okay, so I'm going to keep this tight. I'm going to lean, step over, and start to peel him to the top or to his side. I'm going to go at his elbow, and I'm going to force him to turn his arm. Otherwise, he's going to tap. I go right here and get the tap where he's going to turn his arm. I grab his wrist, pinch my knee to his back, connect my hands into a Kimura grip, take his knuckles and put them on his ribs. Sorry. Hold tight, chest. Okay, and then I'm going to turn his wrist towards his head. Okay? All right. Obviously, I don't want to just do this with my hands. That'll work. Use my chest, rotate my back. Okay? This pin of his body, with my leg against his back, up, turn. All right? Very hard for him to fight out of it because I have his other arm stapled with my shin. All right? Turn. So he's framing, okay? I'm underneath his elbow, bring my knee on the inside, over the top, okay? Stay here. Left hand, block his hip. So I'm gonna come over, go underneath his elbow. Then my right elbow comes by his head, here, switch my feet. Cross, switch. Now I start to pull, okay? From here, step over, and go to his elbow. I'm gonna go for the submission, right? He's gonna have to turn to get out of it, otherwise it's gonna break his arm.
Yeah.
Right, so he turns his hand. It only goes one way. Catch 4 fingers on my wrist, 4 fingers on my other wrist. Put his knuckles to his ribs, put his tricep in my chest. Here, turn. Okay? Does that make sense? Sorry.
Well, that feels good.
So you could be this one. Here, over the top. Lock his hip. Come over. Switch. So I'm gonna have my right leg crossing over my left. Once I do that, I let go. That way his arm can never come out. Okay. Start to trap that elbow. I'm gonna lean, step over, and start to peel. Okay. Pinch my knee to his back. Go with the arm, make it turn. Catch 4 fingers on my wrist, knuckles to his ribs. Okay. Any questions there? Super easy, one of the more effective submissions you're gonna get. It's gonna be super high percentage if you get to it.
It's tight too.
He's not gonna get out, okay? We good? All right, get your partners, let's drill that first, and then we'll do a couple other things. 1, 2, 3. All right, side control. All right, I have him, right? I'm under his elbow. I'm gonna advance them out. Here, I have not gone all the way over yet. My right ankle is still on the mat, okay? So I'm under his head, working his elbow up. Knee hits the mat. Now I go. Okay, I'm right up higher. I'm kind of feet are on his hips. Okay, now I'm gonna grab his collar. Maybe he's really digging his elbow down. Pull down, yeah. Right, I'm gonna go around and drop that in on him, okay? I'm not even going for the choke. I'm gonna put my knuckles on the mat, thumb in, okay, and drop in on him. Look what he's doing, right? So now I start to post, right? And he deals with this pressure. I'm gonna bring my right knee high, switch to S mount, catch his wrist, finish, okay? So I'm gonna set it up like I'm going for a cross choke. But what I really want is S mount for the arm bar. Okay? Yeah. So tight, I'm under his elbow, knee across. Start to use my chest. He's gonna try to dig his, he already sees arm triangle coming, so he's worried about it. He's trying to dig his arm in. And she'll wiping him out. High mount. Bring my thumb to his collar. My arm is under his head, so it needs, it's a little loose now. I'm gonna go over his head, tight, right? Knuckles on the mat, drive in against his, see, doesn't feel good.
Is that across his chest?
Yeah. So across that artery and then into his chest. Okay? I'm not trying to choke him, I just want him to turn.
Yeah.
Okay? So when I have this grip, I drop, right? Now my knee comes high by his head. Sweep that leg, make my S mount transition. Okay? Catch his wrist. Here. Use my toes to lean over him. Sit back.
Is the purpose of that choke to turn his head? Would you
Just
put
to
it
get
on
him to
his
move to
chin?
set up my S mount.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go to the other side.
That would be pain.
Here, under his elbow, set up my mount, right? He's gonna dig his elbow. He doesn't want to give up that arm triangle. He already knows. Windshield wipe, here, okay? High mount, feet are tucked. Thumb is underneath his gi now, or under his collar. Open, drop, okay? Knuckles to the mat, drop it in on him. Sorry, okay?
Yeah, you do.
Okay, knee's gonna come high. Here, sweep to S mount, turn. Here, right, catch his wrist, pull it all the way across. Almost like I'm gonna trap it with my head. Here, okay, use my toes, lean over him. Here, sit back, both hands to the wrist.
So you never let go of that lapel?
I do when I finish the arm. But that's at the very end.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can I see it one more time, like
Yeah.
this side?
This way?
Yeah. So yeah.
Here. Right? Right. Here. Right? So pressure, knee come high. Sweep the leg, this mouth. Yeah. Real high on his chest. Right? My knee right behind his head. Catch his wrist. See how I'm pulling it all the way across my chest? Lean over him. Sit back. Both hands to the wrist. Okay? Pinch the knees. You good?
Yeah. I think so.
Yep. All right, let's drill that. 1, 2, 3.